Uh, well, oh, I've made too many long videos. I know that now because I've watched myself, and I'm not that amusing. I mean, I think I am at times in my head. The things I say, oh, look, I found that in the bag. And now I'm sure you can hear me. And then I put on a noise reduction thing. So we got to go through this together. This is going to be a shorter video because the emotional damage I've suffered since the other two. Let's see if this will work the way I want. Hopefully you can see. We're going to get all those bolts out. We're going to get the water pump off. Fight some of them down there. And then after, we're going to revisit this underneath together. And then it's basically just the big motor holding devices. You see they use a very small and gentle bolts that you don't find in your Datsun. No offense to Datsun. I mean, they should. Oh, where is the thing looking now? I guess it's got an emotional problem. It's looking all over the place. So we're going to point his little head down there and see if that works. And then you look at the camera from above. I think that's it. I don't actually know. But that's the area we're going to work on. Right in there. And then we're going to go underneath together. So these would be called bell housing bolts. When it comes to the instructional part of the video, as if you care, if I have to do this by hand, it's going to take 300 years. And they're not all that tight anyway. Speak now, forever hold your peace. So I haven't been reading through the comments, other than Marty. Thank you, Marty. I didn't start watching your videos again. I'm sorry. I kind of disappeared off YouTube and not really watching anything. But yeah, thank you for the Tesla comment. Nobody really cares about those things. And then we're going to go from there to underneath. I haven't been watching my David Attenborough series because I don't really care about the macaw anymore. His life is so grand that I actually have, excuse me, macaw envy. Toolbox tour coming soon. Can't even promise that. I can't. Small, overpriced ratchet. Very overpriced. But you can see how handy they are. And quiet too. Notice that? The DJI mini mic noise cancellation is incredible. Well, I don't actually know if it is or not. You'll have to tell me because I don't care. So we're down to the wire. Once we get these bolts out, we throw them all into the same bin or Ziploc bag, which will make the reinstallation of these bolts so much easier down the road because we'll have no idea. It'll be a trial and error. It's not like I labeled anything. It's not like I keep anything separate because I just find them. You just shove her in, and if it bottoms out, then you just keep tightening it until it actually, either busts off in the block or it holds it. Or you stack a whack of washers under it. That's my favorite. Can't tell you how many motors I've come across where a guy named Earl had actually done such a thing. I might have been guilty of it too in the past, but like we've talked already, every vehicle I've done that to, it tends to come back. Not for that, but I usually have to revisit the shortcuts that I've done, which is pretty unpleasing for your mental state, that is. Sure, you're bored already, so if you gotta go, I get it. Watch the first 2 minutes of my video and say, I like it, Howard. That's wonderful. That's the best video I've seen all day. And you don't even have to tell me that's 9/16. You know how I know? because I know. So we're going to find those who think with the metric system, you can sometimes squeeze a 14 mil on her. I don't like to think in metric because, well, yeah, no, there's not enough wear on her that you can stick a 14 on it. So we're going to have to use the proper socket. Oh, close enough. It's close enough. If it doesn't round the nut, then so what? Just give her. Right, as long as it grabs enough. Oh, that's tight. Oh. And if those of you are zooming in and you want to take a look at all the cuts on my arms, then you'll realize this is a very dangerous job, as Mike Rowe would say. Dangerous? No. What did he say? It wasn't dangerous jobs. What did he do? I don't know. Something to do with a dirty job. But I think I have a bit of both. Dangerous and dirty. So look at that. Oh, wait till you see how long it is. It's almost more exciting for me than you. Look at that. So we'll know where that goes later on. Probably not. We'll just put it with its buddy. Because I don't know where the other long one came from. Forgive me for the constant throat clearing. I seem to either come down with something or I'm dying, which is fine. I mean, how long do you expect someone that's in a toxic environment like this? Are they all out? Let's have a boo together. Yeah, all the uppers are out. Let's go to the other side now. That'll be easy to remove. Look at they're right there. And a crusty old hose that the clamps won't undo and that'll all break. I'm good with that. Because maybe some of you have been throwing up during my videos. Let's see if this goes to the right area. Yep. Because of the way I use my camera. Marty mentioned he has a similar camera. Looks like he definitely knows how to use it way better than I do. I had to Google. Once I found this, what'd they call it? Mini mic. Then my world was just turned upside down because I had to know how to use it and then hold the power button until something goes yellow and it'll take out some of the background noise, which is either me. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Nope. Oh, why? Who put that on? With what kind of gargantuan tool? Let's grab something. Toolbox tour coming soon. See if we can find a wee bit of an extension. An extension basically is like making your fingers longer. See if we can get on that and see if we can smash our fingers off the side of the engine. Oh, there. Yeah. Once again, why did they need it that tight? Not sure. Oh, that's great. Now the back's turning as well. That'll be a new cut right there on my finger. Just put her with the rest. When's it going to end? Let's take her down a size because that one's already been rounded out by somebody. Not me. Then we're going to fire a 9/16 on the back of it if I can find a toolbox tour. I have short ratchets. There's short wrenches somewhere. I should go find them. You could come. Oh, I'll just use that. Look at. Oh. Now we're getting out the heavy iron. Look at that. That's. Do you know how expensive that is? I don't use these very often because they cost too much. I don't like to scratch them. Oh, that's definitely a damaged bolt. That's what I like. I swear half my videos are me just wandering around in the shop, finding tools because I don't prepare myself. Oh, that piece of wood fell over. You can hear the tinkling of glorious tools. My 9/16 is missing. That's probably my German neighbor has it. Big shocker. Well, we're going to have to make do with a big long one. Sorry for the inconvenience of being out of video. I know having me in the video is so important. Having all the noise in the video is even more I often wonder how those guys that work on these things on YouTube, like it's like they build a whole car and there's never any background noise. I mean, they put Lamborghinis together. You never hear any tools, really. It's like there's camera going, and then all of a sudden, they turn the camera off, and then the angry tools come out, and a guy like me comes in and does all the hard work. That's what I would like. Right? I do all the hard work. Yeah. And I'd be fine with that. Oh, when your wrench doesn't fall all the way through, that's bad. That's bad. There it goes. That's a bad sign. But now she went through. So now I'm going to take that off, and I think it holds a clamp, and then we can, I don't know. Heavy breathing, heavy sigh. There's some bolts on that side too. I could take that off. This device here, this I'm pretty sure that's the oil pressure sending unit. You still with me? So, nobody knows what size that is. I'm just going to wing it and guess it's a 3/4 because it feels big. It feels big in my hands. And because my hands are big, well, that's not going to work because it's entirely too long. It'd be good if I was doing it from my neighbor's driveway, then the length of it would be fine. But if I grab one of these fun 3/4 that are, we're going to use the one that I found. That's the one I was looking for. That one. Let's see if I guessed right. Oh, they could be bigger than that. When I might even have to just do horrible things to this. It's about that big. That should be close. Let's see. Doesn't want to go. What were they thinking when they put that on there? I know what they were thinking. They were thinking, well, no one's ever going to want to take that off. Do I need to take it off? Let's see. Can I leave it on the motor till later, or is there a bolt hiding behind it? Oh, there isn't. Then you get to stay, my friend. You get to stay. Oh, there's a bolt missing underneath. I probably did that. I don't know. I don't know if you want to go with the journey underneath it. Throat clear. Edit that out. Maybe we'll just do the water pump. And then we'll get back to the underside. That's a whole other video. I don't even want to get into that. Here, follow me along. Yeah. I know the gimbal gets so mad when I do that. It's like, nope, you shouldn't be doing that. Because that is damaging to my seriously sensitive internal. Why am I using a line wrench? Well, it's because it was easy to grab. Remember we discussed that. How handy that is when it just goes on. See? There's your next tool purchase if you're at your local tool supply store and you ever run into cranky bolts. You can use what's called a line wrench. Edit that out. Maybe I need to drink more coffee. I think I don't have quite the shakes that I need. So that one. Of course they hid one underneath. We'll get that one. Oh yeah. Nope. How long's that been in there? Well, could be a while. That's what I can say. It may have been in there for a while. Do I have anything that's fun and fast to take that out? Or are we going to do it like this? And make you sit through it. I shouldn't. Because I have all the fancy I need to make it so you don't have to be... Nope, doesn't fit. Looks like it's a by-hander. I'm sure there's a snap-on around somewhere that's low profile. So I haven't run out of things to talk about. I'm just trying to be politically correct and talk about things that are automotive related. But I don't feel like it. I usually wander off and talk about Sinead O'Connor or Barbara Streisand or things like that. Like, I don't even know where Sinead O'Connor popped into my head. That's how far I wander off in my brain. So I'm thinking hot bald ladies that can sing. So who wouldn't? Who wouldn't guess Sinead? Right? I could maybe sing a few choruses of her ever so popular songs, but that would make me cry out loud and probably make you unlike the video right away and unfollow me since all those things are so dearly important to me. So I won't. I'll resist the urge to sing a tune like Sinead O'Connor would, even though I wouldn't mind being sung. Like, if someone could sing, if you could choose somebody every night to sing you to sleep, I'd be very curious. Well, who would you choose? I mean, if you're a lady out there, and I don't have a lot of lady watchers because, you know, this is the boring channel and it's automotive and I'm an idiot. But for all you dudes out there, there's gotta be one girl. Like, you stay off the Baywatch. You can't go there because she's not wearing her red bathing suit while she's singing. I would have to admit, I think I'd go with Britney Spears. Dun, 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 dun. Like, I think nightly, if Britney sung some nice song, I could live with that. I could massage her bunions for that. I hear she's a wee bit nuts, which, well, me being a ginger, it's possible that would be. Oh, I know where that went. Whatever. Nope, that's not coming off without a Tanya Harding. Those of you who don't know what that is, this is a dead blow, so it doesn't damage things. It sure feels like there's a bolt still holding it. Yeah, and it's plain as day, idiot. Right here. Can't believe I missed that. I could just break your water pump off. Go. I'm sorry, sir. During the removal of your engine, because I was distracted because of the video device and the microphone hanging off the top of my head in my field. It's not really in my field of view, but it's one of those things, sort of like an eye floater. You get those? You will. Okay? When you get older, you get these things that float around your eyes. And they're so fun. You know, you'll be driving along at night, and since your night vision has gone for crap too because you're old, since headlights will hit you the right way, and you'll be like, what the F is that on the road? And meanwhile, it's just there, Shazam. It's just an eye floater. Now, I hear they can fix that. I'm going to mix her up with all the other bolts, so when I have to get to that later, it'll be one of those bottom it out and ram it into the block and crack it off there and whatever. It only needs 3. Like, how hard do you need where were we? Floaters. Yeah. If you play underwater a bunch, we're looking through a scuba mask. I'll tell you, they can be really distracting. I mean, you don't mistake it for a tuna, but you can see them. Like, tunas are huge, eh? So there's no way you'd mistake that. I don't even like... Isn't that the chicken of the sea? Tuna? Edit that out. Here we go. This is almost... I can't... Like, one clamp. There. If anybody timed that, that was disgraceful. Hangnail remover. And off comes the water pump. Oh, look at that. There's the impeller thing. It spins at a rapid rate and circulates the... Your Mazda even has one. For those of you who have a Mazda, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to pick on Mazdas. I call Nissans, I call them all Datsuns, and because that's the generation. I mean, I learned to drive on I think a standard. My first standard was look at those bolts. First standard was a Datsun pick 'em up truck. We'd drive it around the fields. Weren't quite legal to drive, but Dad would let us go to town every now and then because he would make us want to get a video, VHS. We never did succumb to the beta. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Beta and nothing. Then there was laser discs. That was even crazier. Okay, where were we? We were picking on automobiles. Can't remember which ones. Mazdas, that's it. We were picking on Mazdas. Stop fighting me. There we go. So, can anybody seriously tell me what Sky Active technology is in a Mazda? That's the question of the day. Hi, I've got a Mazda, and it's got Sky Active. I saw a little thing. Lucky guess. It shows it on the back. It says Sky Active technology. Tell me what that is. It's variable valve timing, like all them wee little zinger cars have. Let's mix that up with all his friends. Don't care. And it's nothing. Like, is it sort of the sun's out, it runs better? Is that Sky Active? Does it maybe absorb some of the oxygen out of the sky? The nitrogen, possibly, to get you better mileage. I dare you to go to the Mazda dealer and say, hi, I bet you there's not a salesman in there that knows exactly what Sky Active is. He'll probably sit there and say to you, oh, well, it definitely gets you better mileage. It's pretty serious. We can, hey, there's no thermostat. That's why it doesn't. When we put this back together, we're going to put a thermostat in there because they're supposed to have one, and that regulates engine temperature. I've always wondered why this thing was all over the map when it came to temperature. Edit that out. So with a thermostat and this on here, the engine will run. You have one of these in your, I'm not going to say it, Chevrolet, even in your Dodge Caravan, whatever. So there's a device that sits in there, and it's temperature regulated. And what it does is it stays closed while the engine circulates coolant. And for you who require heat, Willys has none, what it does is it keeps it at a certain temperature. Then inside it says, holy ow, it's around 185. Notice I use Fahrenheit for all my American friends. And then it opens up. Oh. And then the coolant goes from here to the radiator. The radiator cools her down. But if you don't have one, you see the size of that hole? You don't actually. Oh, please, this is super exciting for me. Somebody tell me, Howard, please explain. See the size of that hole? Yep, now you do. Let's move you. Oh, I hate it when I'm out of the frame. How's my hand? Yep. When you don't have one, the coolant comes out of here at 1,000 miles an hour, give or take. And it goes through the rad. So instead of going through the rad at a certain speed, which is what the thermostat does, it goes through the rad extremely quickly. It doesn't cool correctly. When you have a thermostat in here, when it's fully open, it still restricts it, which regulates the speed. That's all I got. You are lucky. Try to find me a video on YouTube where somebody explained the workings of a thermostat. Since you're all probably, if you're running your Xbox at the moment, watching my video and surfing on your phone, I get it. You don't have to. You don't have to go, but at some point you need to go and try and find a video with someone as handsome as I threw that in, that explained how a thermostat worked. You're not gonna. Doesn't have to be a challenge, but it's important to me. I'm gonna actually do the looking. I don't care if you do. Okay, so that'll be video 3 on the docuseries on removing 1952 Willys L134 flathead engine. Shorter, and you can hear me. Until next time, don't follow me or forward this to any friends, because the people I have are enough. You're enough. Do you ever hear that? Do you remember growing up? Did your mom ever say that? You're enough. I gotta stop this. Bye.